Hey there, it's J-Rod here for Rich Retirement TV, and today I'm going to highlight 3 breakout 5G stocks for you to buy before earnings. As you know, earnings season kicked off this week with reports from big banks, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, and while the last couple of quarters of 2020 were pretty rough from an earnings perspective, they weren't as bad as some analysts had made it out to be, and I expect 2021 to be a real rebound year as the world opens back up. And stimulus, you really see the stimulus that globally has been poured into economies really take hold and show itself in corporate earnings. So I expect a really nice rebound here, especially in 5G stocks. These are companies that have flown more or less under the radar for at least the last couple of months, but are heating up in a big way. And with that, let's go ahead and take a look at these names. All right, so the first stock on my list is Sierra Wireless, and they make 5G networking equipment. The company's got some 500, more than 500 patents under its belt, and focuses on machine-to-machine communication. So very, very Internet of Things, and the company soared. Share soared last week after announcing the appointment of a new head of its enterprise solutions division, and that push helped the stock break out of a nearly 3-year downtrend. What we're looking at here on the chart is a weekly chart of Sierra Wireless going back several years. And you see here, the stock's in a pretty definitive downtrend here until the end of 2021. We see a first big breakout here. And you see in the last week, share soar again with that big news. And, you take a look here. This is exactly what we want to see going into earnings. The stock is breaking out. It's got support here. It's at the 50-week moving average. It's broken that downtrend, and it's broken above here the 200-week moving average. So, again, this is a long-term chart. We're looking at a long-term breakout. And if we bring it in a little bit closer here and you take a look at the action over the last 6 months or so, you see this beautiful stair-stepping motion. Stocks puts in a low here just below $5, but over the last 6, 7, 8 months here, you see this nice pattern, rebounding off the low, pulling back, healthily moving higher. You see here shares test this downtrend and just explode here. So really in the last 6 months or so, you see stock trading in this range, more or less between $10 and $15. My near-term target on the stock is $20, but in the long term, I see this stock making its way back to $30, which is the high here you see in 2017. That's a potential gain of nearly 100% from the stock's current price. Management will report earnings here in about a month. So we got February 12th is the estimated date. A lot of time here for good things to happen here with this stock. Really good timing here. But yeah, you take a look at this breakout. This is exactly what we want to see going into earnings season here. So the next stock on my list is Viavi Solutions. They are another kind of networking hardware company. In fact, they were split off of another company, its parent, called JDS Uniphase. It's split into two divisions, Viavi Solutions and the other Lumentum Holdings, which, spoiler alert, is the third stock on my list. But getting into Viavi here, they focus on networking equipment. Another big telecom name, but this is a stock that has been doing good things for a while. You take a look here over the last, say a year or so, the stock's been kind of trending down. You see, in the COVID crash, stock was not immune, but rapid recovery and falling, and the stock falls into this nice range here between 1450 and 1150, and you have double breakout, which is what I really like, when you see multiple breakouts around the same time, just like we saw with Sierra Wireless. We've got here a breakout of that range, that between $14.50, $11.50. That's $3 range here. You've got a breakout here of that downtrend line that extends all the way back to 2020, excuse me, and you just see, just ripping higher. I mean, the stock is surging. You've got earnings here in about a couple of weeks here, and Viavi is a company that's performed very well in terms of quarterly earnings. Stock has beaten earnings expectations in 9 straight quarters, showing a moving higher in the 1 week and 1 month after the earnings. So you've got a real push here, post earnings momentum. And this analysts just continuously underestimate this stock, which has performed time and time again. The 5G rollout again it's been fairly quiet in the second half of 2020, but a lot of the work has already been done, and Viavi is taking advantage. Its customers are throwing its gear out there, and Viavi is raking in the dough. So again, we've got earnings here in a couple of weeks. My price target on the stock in the near term is $17.50. That's you throw the $3 range here, $14.50, between $14.50 and $11.50. You throw it on top of the breakout here at $14.50. That gives you $17.50. So again, a lot of room to run here. Again, this is a stock with momentum, could easily break out of that target and then keep moving higher, 20, 25, not without reach for this 5G leader here. Next stock on my list, Lumentum Holdings. It's the second part of the JDS Uniphase split there, and these guys, as opposed to Viavi, that really focuses on the kind of the networking equipment. The Lumentum focuses on laser equipment, photonics, and they're moving into the very lucrative space right now of LIDAR. So, if you know radar, radio waves, as a form of motion detection, object detection, LIDAR is the same thing, using light lasers instead of radar, and it's a very big opportunity here. You're seeing robots incorporate a LiDAR into their, giving them sight, so to speak. You're seeing this technology roll out in vehicles, so electric cars that can drive themselves. That's a lot of that can be facilitated through the sight of the vehicle can be facilitated through LiDAR, and Lumentum is a big name in that space. And as you can see here, big surge here over the last. So we're looking here at a 1-year chart here, just a huge breakout here above 95. And this is a pattern here that I really like. It's called an ascending triangle. Let me get myself out of the way here. You've got the Lumentum shares kind of testing that 95 level. It's taking a little bit to break out here over the span, but as the stock pulls back, you see shares making higher lows as it moves forward, and it makes this kind of triangle pattern, and that's very bullish. If the stock can break out above the top of that triangle, you can throw a price target here from the upper end of the triangle, the top of the triangle, to the low end here, the low of the triangle. And that gives you a nice price target here. For Lumentum, that gives you 157. You take the top here at 95 and the low here about 62.50. It gives you 175.50. So yeah, I think the stock can easily move to 157. You see it surging on momentum. You've got 5-6 straight sessions of closes higher. That's very big for the stock. And just like Viavi, Lumentum has a great track record at earnings. It's posted double-digit earnings estimate surprises to the upside, meaning they've beaten expectations in 6 of the last 9 quarters. Very, very bullish. And in 2 of the quarters in which they beat expectations, they posted a double-digit gain, 15% and 14% respectively at the beginning of 2020. So this is a you talk about the momentum movers. This is probably the biggest momentum mover of these 3 stocks. But they report earnings here on the 4th of February. Estimated to be 4th of February. But again, just like Viavi, a lot of momentum here. You're seeing a lot of the purchases, the investment into the 5G infrastructure. You're going to see that come out in this first quarter earnings report. So a lot to love here. So again, for Lumentum, I see 157 ticker LITE, by the way, if I didn't put that up there at the top. Viavi Solutions, ticker VIAV. I've got a 1750 price target on the stock. Both of those names report earnings in the first week of February. And Sierra Wireless price target's $30, about nearly double its close, its most recent close. And they report earnings here estimated on February 12th. So these are 3 5G high flyers breaking out that look very good ahead of earnings. So take a closer look and take advantage while the going is good this earnings season. So thanks so much for watching today's video. Again, I'm J-Rod here for Rich Retirement TV. If you like what you saw or you want to see more of some particular content, feel free to shoot me an email at askjrod@stpaulresearch.com or leave me a comment at the bottom of the video. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you next week.